Hey guys, Blue Flame here, and welcome back to another part of What If Luffy Ate Two Devil Fruits. This is part 5, and I'm kind of getting bored of this series as well. I'm not getting bored, it's just, I don't know, it's just not as fun as I used to have with it. And it's not getting, like, the views I wanted or the likes it should be getting. So, when I hit 1,000, I think I'm gonna start making like goals. But by the way, join my Discord. I haven't advertised that in a while, so join the Discord. I'm gonna put a link in the description, and make sure to check out my thumbnail editor, Anime God. He makes great thumbnails. Like, he actually puts time and effort into these things. Um, when you guys get to see part 2 of What If Naruto Was an Uchiha, you guys are gonna see that he actually took the time to, like, color in, like, the coat and to make his hair black. Like, wow, like, this guy actually puts in time to make my thumbnails and his own thumbnails. So he makes what ifs just like mine, except they're like original and stuff like that. He makes rants, not just what ifs. So he likes to he has like a diverse channel. It's not always what ifs, which I'm planning to do. I might, like, switch it up a little sometimes. But yeah, make sure to go check out his channel. He has a good what if going on at this time. I really enjoy it right now. Um, yeah, let's get I think that's all I have to say, right? I hope so. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I literally forgot everything about One Piece. So forget about the shit I said about Nico Robin just being like hi there, because that doesn't even happen until, like, I think the Ennie's lobby arc, which is in a while actually. But yeah, let's just get right into the story. So where we last left off was um, the reindeer joining. Sorry, I'm gonna call him reindeer for this time because he's kind of irrelevant. I mean, he's just a medic. Not gonna lie, I don't care. I'm just gonna talk about, like, the most important characters, which is Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp. Oh yeah, I remember somebody commented, "Where's Usopp in this?" I'm sorry, but he is irrelevant. I mean, like, in the original, he never really did anything. Only at important times did he even, like, I don't know, even try. Only at important times, though. But let's just get right into the video. So, yeah, the reindeer joins up, and they start heading for the Grand Line. This is, they just start heading up, and, what am I trying to say? They just get, fuck, I don't remember how they went to Skypiea Island. Fuck, because that's, like, the next arc I have to go over. Unless I'm forgetting something, which I don't think I am. Fuck. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to remember how they got to Skypiea Island. I think when they were going on top of the Grand Line, I think they just got, like, blown up to Skypiea Island. So I'm just gonna say that. I'm sorry that I don't remember it. If you guys want to look up how that happened, you guys can just, like, be free to just comment down below what happened, and I'll just pin your comment if I don't have anything else to say in the comments. But yeah, so they go to Skypiea Island, and everybody's kind of in a panic, and not Naruto, Luffy's like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And they don't even understand how they are. Like, they don't understand how, like, they're in the clouds. And Luffy looks over to Nami. He's like, "Do you know where this is?" he's like, do you know where this is? Nami's like, I never heard of this place, she's like, I'm gonna look in, like the records to see if I have anything. Luffy's like, alright, you do that while me, Zoro, and the rest of the crew just go explore the island. So, they start going to, they just start going to, like, the main island, and they just see, like, havoc everywhere. And, they try to talk to, like, one of the citizens, and they're like, the king is going on a rampage again. And, Luffy's like, the king? Who's that? They're like, what do you mean? You don't know about the king? And shit like that. I'm gonna call him the king, because I don't fucking remember his name. I just remember he ate, like, the most overpowered, devil fruit I probably know of. Sorry, I have to go get some water. I think this is my second video now. I have to post another video. Or record another video. Because if you guys don't know, I record a lot of videos on, like, every day. So I stay ahead of schedule. So if, like, one day I hit, like, 1,000, I'm going to have, like, 4 to 5 videos ready for that day. But anyways, let's get back into the story. Yeah, they're like, you don't know about him? They're like, Luffy's like, no, who is he? They're like, he's the tyrant, and then they just close their mouth. He's like, Luffy's like, the tyrant? They're like, oh, don't say that, don't say that. And they're like, he can hear everything. He's God. Luffy's like, God? What are you talking about? No, this is what Zoro says. He's like, God, what are you talking about? And they're like, well, are you guys living under a rock? You guys don't know about him? And then he just, like, kind of gives a detailed thing on how he is, and how he's like, he is like the, powers of thunder, or just lightning. And Luffy just, like, looks over to Zoro. He's like, I think we have a devil fruit eater on our hands. And Zoro's like, oh, I hate those. And Luffy's like, maybe we can make him join the crew. And Luffy's like, Zoro's like, what? You want another devil fruit eater in the crew? Luffy's like, yeah, sure, why not? That would be sick. And, Zoro's like, hey, you're the captain. So, Luffy, just encases everybody in his darkness, and they just teleport away. And this is, like, the first time, the reindeer and Usopp have ever experienced this. And Zoro. Luffy just, like, thought about it, and he's like, maybe I can teleport them. So he tried it. And everybody just feels seasick. They're like, please, for the love of God, how do you even put up with it? And Luffy's like, oh, you get used to it over time. Like, that's how I got it. Because it's almost like traveling through dimensions. It, like, gives you, like, a little bit of seasickness. So, yeah. They start getting closer and closer to where the tyrant is, or the king, or God. I'm just going to call him God. No, I'm just going to call him Tyrant. That's the new name, Tyrant. So they start getting closer and closer to the Tyrant, and they just feel more and more shocks. Like, they just feel more electricity going through their veins. And they're like, what is this? So Luffy just starts, getting closer and closer and closer. And they finally, go there. And then they just see that he's, like, actually going on a rampage. There's, like, thunderbolts going everywhere. And, Luffy's like, I'll teleport you guys up there. And Usopp's like, are you crazy? You want us to die? Like, when you teleport us up there, we're gonna fall down. And Luffy's like, I think I have an idea. So he teleports them up, and then he creates, like, a kind of like a platform that's just full of blackness. And, Tyrant just looks over. He's like, what are you guys doing here? What And he's like, "What are you guys?" And Luffy's like, "Oh no, we're lost. She could just point us in the right direction of the One Piece." Nah, he doesn't say that. He's like, if you could just like point us in the right direction of how to get down from here. And he's like, "Oh, you just go down that river." He's like, "Why am I telling you this?" Luffy's like, "I don't know. Uh, I thought you were the king and all. That's why we came to you." And he's like, "Yeah." And then he like, I think he has like a shitty attitude. So then he goes into a shitty attitude. He's like, "You guys are boring." And Luffy's like, I'm boring." And this is when his darkness just starts, enveloping him. You know how like Meliodas' darkness starts enveloping him? That's kind of how, Luffy is going right now. Because he's kind of pissed off. He's like, I'm boring. I'm boring? He just like keeps, repeating that in his mind. I'm boring. And then he just like completely doesn't go crazy, but he like gets, is like full of darkness. And they just start, fighting. And the tyrant is like, "Oh, I haven't had this kind of fight in a while. You're a good match for me, kid. For me, not my devil fruit, that is." And, Luffy just doesn't talk. He just keeps on fighting. And, he just keeps on fighting. And, the lightning guy is like, he's like, let's turn this up a notch. So now he just starts, appearing, and keeps on, like, kind of doing what he did in canon. And Luffy's, like, distracted. He's like, how is this guy moving so fast? And he's like, shit, do I have enough, power to do that move? And Luffy's like, fuck it. I'm probably not going to be able to use this devil fruit for a while. For, like, a good day. But I think that's the only way. So he just, like, opens his mouth. And he just, like, darkness, like, literally. Almost like, if you guys, like, remember black holes, kind of like that. He just, like, envelops both him and Tyrant inside the black hole. And now they're trapped. Tyrant can't get out. If he, like, he's trying to teleport, he can't. And this is where Luffy himself is actually inside of it, because this is actually his sea prism, darkness. So it's actually restricting his powers and the other guy's powers. And, the guy's like, "What have you done? What have you done?" And Luffy's like, "This was one of my powers, actually. It lets me restrict people's devil fruit." And he's like, "What? Is that even a thing?" It's like, "What are you, God?" And Luffy's like, "No, I'm just thinking about I'm just the person who's probably going to become the next, Pirate King." He's like, "I don't care if you're going to be Pirate King, just let me have my powers back." And Luffy's like, "Before that, you want to join my crew?" And the guy's, the guy's like, "What the fuck?" And, Luffy's like, "You're not going to get out until you give me an answer." And the guy's like, "Of course not, I have a kingdom to run." Luffy's like, "I mean, you can always just come back. I can leave a clone if something happens, I can always report, tell you the news." And the guy's like, "No, I don't even know you." And Luffy's like, "We have all the time in the world." I mean, not all the time in the world. We just have, like, about a good 3-4 days. And then I want to leave. The guy's like, I'm going to starve by then. Are you trying to fucking, kill me by starvation? And Luffy's like, "Oh, don't worry. There's a little hole that my friends can give you food from. So, mind explaining how you got here?" And then the guy just, like, explains his backstory, which I don't think he had a backstory, or at least they didn't explain it in the anime. If he did, fuck, I don't remember. I don't do research, as you guys know. I just, I don't know, fuck with it. So, they're just talking, and they're actually having a good time. And the guy's, like, actually considering if he joins them or not. And Luffy's like, and then he starts talking about his devil fruit. He's like, "Yeah, my devil fruit actually kind of fucks up my emotions and shit. Like, You know, when we were fighting, that's not the real me. That's the me that the devil fruit is controlling. And you know, the guy's like, huh? You know, a devil fruit can do that. And Luffy's like, yeah. See, I feel like a devil fruit can, like, if you get too overpowered with the devil fruit can take over you. It's like my belief. I think I would believe, but I don't know. So you know, they're like, and then he talks about like how they just talk for a while. I don't know what else to say. And the guy actually comes to a decision. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll join. You know, you just have to promise me that my castle or my kingdom is gonna be, you know, safe and shit. Luffy's like, I give you my word. And you know, they get out, and before they get out, Luffy's like, if you try to do anything, I will literally put you back in this cell. And you know, he's like, yes, Captain, because now he's part of Luffy's crew. Because goddamn, the guy's way too overpowered, and you know, we need an overpowered character in Luffy's crew. All the characters in Luffy's crew, I mean, they're not that overpowered. So I'm gonna give him this guy. So yeah, they join up. The guy's like, all right, so when are we gonna set sail, Captain? And you know, Luffy's like, I just gotta do something. And what he does is he puts his hand on the ground, and he just puts like freaking, you know, his darkness through the ground. And he's like, if anything happens, even like the slightest of, you know, scaredness, I will know, and I will teleport right back here. He's like, you know what? Even better idea. He's like, I'll just put a clone here. I'll just leave a clone here. And Tyrant's like, what? You can do that? And Luffy's like, yeah, my devil fruit has lots of abilities. And the guy's like, I think your devil fruit might be a little more overpowered because of the skills. You know, the abilities it gives you. Luffy's like, I don't know, actually, your devil fruit looks way overpowered, or like the best devil fruit I've ever seen. And they just start complimenting themselves, kind of having like a bromance, you know, and shit. And hey yo, what's good, everybody? Shit. So I started recording this video about fucking on Thursday. So what am I trying to say? Yeah, I'm recording this video again, like a week later. So, sorry about that. And sorry about no videos. I'll explain that in my next video and shit like that. But, I'm just gonna end the video here, as, I got other videos I have to do. So, hope you guys can understand, and, I'm a go. So, hope you guys have a good day.